Hi, welcome again to this section of this video. So I came across another Reddit thread again, which I think it's really important to basically discuss about. And it says, what's the most underrated tip that works to improve local SEO? So local SEO advice usually revolves around the same checklist: Google Business Profile, citations, reviews, keywords, and the person asking the question went on to say, I'm curious, what's the most underrated tip you found that actually moves the needle for local SEO? Maybe it's a tiny optimization, a content tweak, a community strategy, or something technical that most businesses ignore. So we have a very top comment here that says, probably just looking at Google Search Console and identifying keywords you're already ranking in the top 20 but not in top 3. These are usually low-hanging fruit. You can easily get to a higher position by publishing the right content around these on your website and updating existing posts. Funny enough, this part is mostly fully automated these days using AI tools like Freshly as well. Just ensure AI is plugged into your Google Search Console data and has all the context of your business correct. Okay, so this really makes sense if you're actually just relying on your website alone. And now, for a while now, it's almost impossible to get very good number of leads from just a single website, except you're implementing the multi-site strategy we've recommended in our previous videos. Anyway, but with websites, it basically helps you to strengthen your Google Business Profile. So I think you should focus more of your location pages, your location service based pages. So those are your money keywords. So those are your money pages you should really focus on, and those are going to be one of the fast movers with you, because when someone is searching for your services, they're not really needing a blog post about where to go, whatnot. They just need a service to go, and backlinks is the ranking factor. So let's go through all their comments and see exactly what they're saying. And someone says this is surely one of the first things that make a small time large impact. You also check for keywords that your competitors are ranking for and check for content gaps too. This way too, you can actually work on the content and drive more value. Okay, still on the website thing. So basically, that still works, but you really want to focus more on your Google Business Profile because that gets 65% of most of the clicks and calls overall. So let's see what this person says. I think everything is out there. Nothing is underrated at this point. One tip I do have though about getting uh, local links. So you can find a local sponsor or event backlinks. You get registered in your local chamber of commerce and also register for other cities chamber of commerce. If you are a service-based business, you get multiple backlinks. That way, you get registered in as many as you can. They work on membership models, so they don't deny any registration. So this basically works too. So you really want to get mentioned in most of your local uh, websites, your local event websites, your local news website. So because since it's local, Google tends to pass that authority to your website, and it kind of strengthens your domain authority, and those help most of those keywords that you're chasing try to run. So that's basically it. You could basically go through this thread and see exactly what works. But I've made a guide overall to actually help us see. So let's just go through it. So I've told you about the amazing Reddit I found, and it's not stuff people usually talk about. So I went deep down into the thread, fact checked everything, and found 5 game-changing tips that most local businesses completely ignore. And guess what? These tips are even simple. Even an 8-year-old could do them. So you stick around because tip number 3 literally costs $0, and that can double your phone call. So let's jump in. So the tip number 1 simply means asking for reviews the right way. So the tip number 1 that comes from Reddit thread, and it's all about getting more reviews. So here's the secret: don't just ask people to leave a review. That's boring. Nobody does it anyway. So instead, you do a simple thing and ask them to mention the specific keywords in the review. So for example, if you're a plumber in Chicago, you ask your happy customer, hey, can you mention Chicago in your review? It really helps. So, and when you really want to do this is when you have a satisfied customer, when you just finish the job, You literally want to take even a selfie of them. Have them take selfie with you and leave that review right now. Tell them exactly what to say, and it makes it a lot easier rather than them trying to come up with something to write about. So you really want to have a template on hand and let them help you with this review. Then another way to do this is after you must have told them with word of mouth, you also want an automated system. You could basically use Go High Level to schedule all of these systems and ask people to leave review for you on autopilot. So it sends a reminder immediately you finish a job, an hour immediately you finish a job, 4 hours later, 24 hours later, 48 hours later, and just follows up until the person leaves a review for you. Not in an annoying way anywhere, but it does work. So, so why does this work? So because when someone searches for plumber in Chicago, Google says those exact words in your review and think, oh, this business is perfect for this search. So it's like telling Google exactly what you do and where you do it. Simple, right? So offer a small discount or gift for leaving keyword-rich review. Most businesses never do this, which is why you would stand out. Google does not particularly uh, favor incentivized review, but it's still something you could actually get away with these days. So tip number two, NAP consistency trick. So tip number two is called NAP consistency. And no, I'm not talking about you sleeping anyway. So NAP simply stands for name, address, and phone number. Here's the secret. Your business name, address, and phone number needs to be exact same everywhere online. Think of it like this. If your friend told you the address was 123 Main Street with the street written out in full, but another friend said it's 123 Main Street, yes, it might seem a bit okay because we are humans. But for some persons, it might actually be confusing, and this could actually mean different things to different people. The same way Google works. Google wants everything to be exactly the same. So here's what you do. You write down your exact business name, address, and phone number. Check every website where your business appears, Google, Yelp, Facebook, Yellow Pages. Make sure they all match exactly. Same spelling, same abbreviations, everything. When Google says consistent information everywhere, it trusts you more and show your business to more people. Tip number three, which I said is my favorite amongst all of them. So it's called building citations, which is just a fancy way of saying get your business listed on other websites. So here's basically the game plan. You list your business on free directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Pink Places, Apple Maps. Sign up for industry-specific directories like Avo for lawyers and Health Grades for doctors. Make sure all your information matches. Remember, name, address, phone number from tip 2 is consistent everywhere. So why this works, every time your business appears on another trusted website, it's like someone telling Google, hey, this business is legit. The more votes you get from the other websites, the higher Google ranks you. And guess what? Most of your competitors are too lazy to actually go out and do this. So a Reddit expert says aim for at least 50 citations in your first 3 months. Tip number 4, you want to post weekly on your Google business profile. So a lot of businesses don't do this actually. They don't post regularly in their Google business profile. This might not significantly move the needle, but you really want to give yourself a higher chance of ranking. So you want to implement all of these strategies. You don't know which one exactly moves the needle for your business. So you want to just dial all of this down and see exactly what works for you. So here's what you do basically. You send out weekly updates like new products, special offers, business news. You post photos of your work or products, quick tips related to your business, customer success stories, and reviews. Those are the things you really want to post. So you keep it simple, 200 to 300 words, and add a photo, include a call to action like call us today, and that works. So why this is so powerful? Google loves fresh content. So when you post, Google says your business is active and trustworthy. So they show you to more people. Think of it like this. Would you trust a store that looks closed or that's always busy and updating your window display? Google thinks the same way. Anyway, tip number 5, local content strategy. So this last tip, this is the one that separates winners from everyone else. Create content about your local area, not just your services. Here's what I mean. Write blog posts about events, create guides about your neighborhood, share local news related to your industry, make best of list for your city. So example, if you're a dentist in Austin, don't just write 5 tips for healthy teeth. Instead, write 5 Austin coffee shops with sugar-free options for healthy teeth. You see the difference? You're connecting your business to your location in a natural, helpful way. This works because Google sees you as a local expert. People in your area find your content helpful, you get shared more on social media, other local websites link back to you. So bonus tip from Reddit, partner with other local businesses and get mentions in each other's content. So it's like make it friends, but basically for SEO. So in conclusion, this is all we've talked about. You want to ask for reviews, keep your name, address, and phone number consistent everywhere. Build free citations on 50 plus directories. Post weekly updates on your Google business profile and create local focused content. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one tip and do this week, just one, then come back and tell me your results in the comments. And if you found this helpful, smash the like button and subscribe because I'm breaking down more Reddit SEO secrets every week. See you in the next video. Bye bye.